Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning in here. Hutchison Motorsports TV. Tonight's race going to be the Veterans Creed Outdoors 180 here at Texas. Folks, we've got a bit of a delay here. We're going to make a new session. Looks like we have an issue with the settings made here. So we're going to wait a moment and give some extra time for the drivers to join. I got to leave this session, join another one. So we're going to go back to the Hutchison Motorsports TV tunes. Kick back, relax. Shouldn't take too long. My guess is an extra, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes at most. So we'll be back here in a moment, folks. Be sure to click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Larry McReynolds has a quick message for you before we jump back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Be sure to visit rabbitholepodcast.com today and check out the Halloween episode just released where the guys packed up all the equipment and traveled to a haunted location full of antique relics and take phone calls with first-hand encounters with spirits, ghosts, and all things paranormal. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out the new episode today at rabbitholepodcast.com.
Average Joe's is pleased to announce the return of Growmaster as their official Season 2 series sponsor, and their continued support is greatly appreciated. Through many years of both hunting and raising deer, the folks at Growmasters have determined that the best way to attract deer is with scents that they can't resist to keep them at your mineral sites. So, they formulated a great flavor that deer will love. This gives them the time to get the vitamins and minerals that they need. Growmaster also has meaning. Their product is the leader in the use of all-natural organic dewormer, and as much as they love to hunt, they also love to see their local herds strong, healthy, and growing big. It is their mission to help you do the same. Mention Average Joe Sim Racing League when placing an order for 2 40-pound buckets and receive a free hat. Happy scouting and hunting from the team at Herd Health Wildlife Products and the Growmasters brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Texas. Looks like we've got the right session. We're going to give the drivers a little bit of time, get some practice in, and make sure everybody joins the correct session. But right now you're taking a look at Michael Weaver out there in that number 2 truck as drivers continue to file in, folks. We've got some information for you. Give me one moment. Let's take a look here. We've got the Average Joe Sim Racing League put on by Growmasters. We got the point standings right here. Let's take a look. There you have it, folks. Your point standings here with the Growmasters. Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Willie Smith, your points leader. 1 win on the year so far, but 4 top 10s and 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s for Smith. Fred Chase in the 2nd position. Akari King right 3rd. Then you have Jason Rushing, Brian Cook rounding out your top 5. So definitely something to watch here as we're getting through the early part of this season. Drivers still out here practicing, hitting the track for the first time. Well, we got some more information here for you, folks. One moment here. Struggling to get my stuff to work. Here we go. We should be good to go. Swap screens over. Take a look at this beautiful logo. We're starting soon here, folks. The Average Joe Sim Racing League put on by Growmasters tonight here at Texas. Tonight's race is the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180. You know, on the ticker, we had to shorten that a little bit, a little too long for the ticker, but nonetheless, Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas is a veterans organization with a faith in Christ, our nation's heroes, and the outdoors. Their mission is to serve those who sacrifice for this country. They are a nonprofit registered 501c3 that uses the outdoors as a tool to make veterans, police, and firemen feel appreciated, loved, and wanted by volunteering their time to take care of these brave men and women and their families. Out hunting and fishing for free to thank them for their service, help them get from the stress in their life, and help them be able to live in the moment. Head on over, check them out on Facebook here, folks. There's really no way for me to, I'll share a link in the chat for you. That'll probably be the best way to do it. There's a Facebook link, and there's another link for you to check out. So feel free, check out this Facebook link. You'll have to manually copy that, paste it in your browser or on your smartphone. And there is another website link I've got right here handy for you. But a big shout out to today's race sponsor, Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas. Looks like the link is too long for me to share in here, so you'll have to check out the Facebook page. Sorry about that, folks. Nothing I can do about it. There's only so long these messages YouTube lets us do. Or you can check out the Discord, and we can link you over there. Either way. In the description of the video, though, you're going to see a link to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord. Feel free to check it out. Always got cool stuff going on here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Every Friday night, we got our Dash for No Cash events. This week, we're going to be in the Indy cars. I think we're going to Charlotte in the Indy cars. That's definitely going to be interesting. But we should be starting qualifying here shortly, folks. We are just about ready to roll. Let's go back, take another quick break before the start of this one. Average Joe Sim Racing League action put on by Growmasters. The Veterans Creed Outdoors 180 coming up next. And we are back here at Texas. Qualifying has begun as the drivers start to hit the track, folks. I think we've got about 35 or so drivers, last I counted, signed in here tonight. Justin Day rolling out onto the track from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is going to be a good one, folks. Tonight's race, the Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas 180 here at Texas. Definitely going to be a good one. Excited to see how this plays out. Going to have significant tire wear. These guys are definitely going to want to baby those tires during these long green flag runs. Looks like we've only got one lap of qualifying here tonight as well. As all the drivers start to file out onto the track, Jason Rushing out there in Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, number 78 machine out of Fairview, North Carolina as well. Let us know in the chat, though, who you're pulling for, who's going to win this thing. Who's the favorite? Who's going to junk it, most importantly? That's what I want to know. Who's going to wreck it out here tonight? That is the main question. We showed off the point standings earlier. Let's take a look one more time. Take a look. Willie Smith on the top of the board. Jason Rushing, you're looking at him now. He is in fourth. See who else out on the track. Jonathan Dominic's rolling out there in the second position so far as trucks continue to finish. Looks like Ryan McClurg going to set the quick time for now. McClurg right now in the 9th position in points, 66 points in the hole behind Willie Smith. Everybody's chasing Willie Smith. See if Willie Smith hasn't hit the track yet. He's still on pit road. So we're waiting to see what your points leader, Willie Smith, has up his sleeve tonight for qualifying. But right now, Ryan McClurg on the top of the board. Terrence Murphy third. Michael Weaver in that second spot. As these guys continue to file through their qualifying session, we're going to jump over to our buddy Larry McReynolds. Larry, go ahead, bud.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here. Ryan McClurg still on the top of the board for now. Michael Harrington hitting the 4th position his last lap around. And that number 8 machine looking pretty good of Michael Harrington. Tonight's race with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Be sure to check out Growmasters. Couldn't do this league without them. They are the title sponsor. Always doing great things for the Average Joe Sim Racing League. Fun to see them out here every Thursday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service. And folks, your points leader, Willie Smith, has hit the track. Let's see what Willie Smith has up his sleeve. Crossing the line, that's going to be second for Willie Smith. Look at that. 3/100ths of a second behind McClurg. Not a bad run there for Smith. Still a couple more. Oh, yeah, a few more to go here. Looks like Stephen Blevins out there. He's going to cross the line. Let's see what kind of lap time the 51 has of Blevins. And he's going to be 11th, it looks like. So Stephen Blevins out of Linden, Virginia, qualifying the 11th position. He is the prodigy of the king himself. Look at his picture there, folks. Richard Petty taught Stephen everything he learned about racing. Kind of incredible, honestly. But I think that's going to conclude our qualifying action here, folks. So we're going to go ahead and call it. Quick time, Ryan McClurg, top of the board, 29.778. He's going to kick off from our pole position here tonight in the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180. As we wait our last, 15 or so seconds, let's just take a minor break. We'll be right back, probably here in the next few seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180 right here at Texas Motor Speedway. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. On the front row in the pole position in the number 43 truck, Ryan McClurg on his outside. Your points leader, Willie Smith. Row number 2 on the inside, going to be the number 2 of Michael Weaver on his outside, the 28, Brian Matthews. Row number 3 on the inside in the number 8 machine, Michael Harrington on his outside, starting 6th, the 5 of Terrence Murphy. Row number 4 on the inside, going to be the number 12, Akari King Wright on his outside, all the way from Canada in the 62, Jonathan Dominics. Row number 5 on the inside, going to be the number 24, Jeffrey Petty on his outside, the 16, Nolan McClurg. Row number 6 on the inside, and the number 51, Stephen Blevins on his outside. He's second in points. It's Fred Chase. Dropping back to row number 7 on the inside, going to be the number 33 machine, Dallas Hall on his outside, the 10, Justin Day. Row number 8 on the inside, we got the 99, Kevin Burns on his outside, the 1, John Sheen. Going back here to row number 9 on the inside, got the number 14, Kean Fry on his outside, the 70, Brian Day. Row number 10 on the inside, go to the 18, Brad Lawrence on his outside, the 25, Chris Mackey. Row number 11 on the inside, you got the 88, Dan Adams on his outside, the 95, Corey Moore. Starting in the 23rd position, John Stapleton, the 2nd on his outside, Wayne Graves. Jumping back here to row 13, you got Josh Westendorf, Justin McCurdy. 27th position, Isaiah Adams. On his outside, Frank Chavez. 29th going to be Jason Rushing. Stephen Linger, 30th. 31st, you got Brad G. On his outside, Adam Hoagland. Then you have Brian Cook, Amar Sala, Blake Hewlett, Austin Guerrero to round out your field. So that is your starting lineup here as the pace car is in. Field is set. We are ready to roll. The Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180 is underway. Willie Smith takes over the race lead out front in that top lane. Can Smith hold on, bring home another win tonight? But right underneath him, your pole sitter, Ryan McClurg, coming out of turn 2. 3 wide battle for third. Caution is out. Oh, my. Let's see what happened here through the field. Looks like, hang on, Stephen Linger's junk. Let's see what happened. Oh, in the back, they're 3 wide. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. They were wrecking in front of him. So let's try to initiate where that was from here. Jeffrey Petty involved. Oh, gosh. Petty, the 24 just smokes the 16. Let's rewind this a bit. Let's get a little better view here. Let's hop up to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. You just saw our first caution of the night on lap number 1. Take a look here at the 24 truck, Jeffrey Petty. There's a 16 right above him. Oh, 16 gets sideways. Petty nowhere to go. Just smokes him, finishes the job. 70 involved, a handful of others. 18 gets looped around as well. And man, they're just piling in the back, ARCA braking in these trucks. But caution is out here, folks. Willie Smith is your race leader. We're going to bunch them up. Try it again here with the Veterans Creed Outdoors 180. Nonetheless, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to click that like button on the video. We've got Juba, I don't know how to say that, in the chat. Connor Gerard out there as well. And as well as some others, I think. But it looks like they're all chatting it up. Be sure to click that like button on the video for us, folks. We got 28 watching. Would really appreciate it if you click that like button and also click that subscribe button. We are up to 950 subs. We appreciate all our subscribers. We are trying to get to the 1,000 mark by the end of the calendar year. So we've got almost 2 months. We'll call it, I don't know, 7 weeks or so left to try and hit 50 more subscribers to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. But your front row, it's going to be Willie Smith on the inside, Nolan McClurg on the Ryan McClurg on the outside. So Ryan McClurg in that 43 machine outside. Second row, you got Matthews in that Reese's Pieces 28 machine on his outside, the 2 of Weaver. But we're going to take another pace lap around, see if we can get this race back going. Right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Again, folks, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Larry McReynolds has a quick message for you.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We see Juba and Connor Girard in the chat talking a bit about strategy. We believe tire wear is going to be significant here, as well as the restarts. Juba, let us know in the chat who you're pulling for. You might have said earlier, a little busy though when we were juggling around the sessions, but we're heading into lap number 4. We're going to take the green this next time around, going into lap number 5. Again, 120 laps around Texas Motor Speedway here tonight with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Let's take a look one more time at your point standings as we take another pace lap around. Again, Willie Smith out front in the points. Fred Chase second. Then you got Akari King right. Pull up the starts here. It looks like 5 starts for most of these guys. So after 5 races, Willie Smith has 5 top 10s and 4 top 5s. Can he keep up this kind of consistency? We're going to find out. Juba in the chat pulling for Kevin Burns and Fred Chase. Boy, it'd be good to see Fred Chase pull something off. He's sitting second in points. Been a great start for him so far. Let's see where Kevin Burns, he's sitting in 12th with Fred Chase in 10th. We'll keep an eye on these two for you, Juba. Be sure, though, folks, again, click that like button. Subscribe to the channel before we get rolling. We are bunched up, ready to roll. Going to be Smith on the inside, McClurg on the outside, heading into lap number 5, this time around here at Texas Motor Speedway. The field is bunched up. Looks like we've got 36 trucks signed in here tonight. Pace car is in. Fans are on their feet, off their seats. Green flag back in the air at Texas. Better start there for Willie Smith in that number 3 machine. He's going to jump back up top. He has held on to that race lead. Ryan McClurg behind him. Let's jump back through the field a little bit, see what else we got going on just today in the 10th position. These guys feeling pretty racy here on these restarts early on. Let's go all the way to the back, see what's happening in this chaos here. Let's jump on board in the Hutchison Motorsports TV. Right front suspension cam. Wayne Graves, he's got some damage. Let's find somebody a little bit closer up. Here's Steven Linger. He was slightly involved in that wreck earlier. Trying to get that thing rolling in the 28th spot. In front of him, Chris Mackey. I believe this is Chris's first start with the league. That's a good-looking 25 machine. Chris Mackey out here trying to get a pulse on these racers. You know what, folks? Let's pull out the Hutchison Motorsports TV drone. Fly this around a little bit. Take a look at this number 25 machine of Chris Mackey out of Ackworth, Georgia. It's a good-looking car there. Got the chop house on the side, MPI as well. Mackey making some moves. Meanwhile, Willie Smith out front, still your race leader, folks. We've got some information to share with you. Take a look at this. HMS TV, last 5 laps, best on the track. You know, a lot of those laps are caution, so that doesn't really matter. But your HMS TV fastest last lap, so that's the last lap around the speedway. Ryan McClurg, now Brian Matthews, was the fastest truck on the track. We'll definitely keep an eye out, and it looks like McClurg looking to the outside of your race leader. And then we got the laps led board. Willie Smith has led all 8 laps here so far tonight, but a long way to go. Let's take a look at your HMS TV manufacturer standings. Michael Weaver in the 4th position is your top running Toyota truck. There are only 4 Toyotas out there, folks. Their average running position is 8.8. That's the best average out of all manufacturers. In the Fords, you got Ryan McClurg in 2nd, 13 of them. And in the Chevys, Willie Smith, your leader, 19 Chevys out there. Meanwhile, Akari King, right, he's always running up front, it seems like, out of Castro Valley, California. His picture is still crooked and sideways. I was hoping he'd fix that, but nonetheless, he's cruising in the 7th position. Akari King, right. Justin Day back here out of Murfreesboro in the 12th position. Austin Guerrero, 16th. Take a look at some of these trucks here, folks. You know what? Let's do a Harpoon design. Keep the paints. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Give me a moment here, folks. Take a look. Let's peep the paints here tonight. Check out these paint schemes here, folks. HarpoonDesign.com. Paints are just $25. Who's looking good out here and who's not? Brian G with a good-looking paint. Got an Air Jordan on. Who's like that? Jason Rushing has a good-looking down the rabbit hole podcast truck. Currently in the 25th position, Jason Rushing trying to get up to the front. Brad Lawrence, I saw him posting some of his paints in the Discord. He's always got something good looking. And look at this thing. This is a good looking one right here. Let's get the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone out here. Brad Lawrence, he's in the 24th position out of Lavernia, Texas. Got the Team Texas on the car. Veterans Creed Outdoors on the hood. Tonight's race sponsor, Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas. Good looking truck there from Brad Lawrence. Sorry about that. Jumping back around here in the 9th position, Jonathan Dominics out of Halifax. He's sitting in the top 10 with Michael Weaver in second in the Diet Pepsi number 2 truck. Good clean run so far. Had the early caution on the initial start, but it's been all clear since then as Willie Smith continues to lead out front with Terrence Murphy up to second. Let's hop on board with this second place truck, Terrence Murphy. We know he's always got speed. That is definitely a unique truck there from your race leader of Willie Smith. No clue what's on it. I can't even really read it. It's kind of Japanese stuff or something. I don't know. Who knows? All we know is Willie Smith is bad fast here tonight. He looks to be the early favorite as he's led all 14 laps here so far tonight. Meanwhile, dropping back a bit here, Michael Harrington with the Budweiser 8 truck in the 8th position. Good night for him. Let's check out your HMS TV hard chargers. Wow, Austin Guerrero is working through the field, folks. He's gained 22 spots since the start of this race. He's up to 14th after starting in the 6th position. Sorry, that is dead last. So Austin Guerrero started dead last. Here he is up to 14th. Just took him 16 laps. Adam Hogland up 20 positions, up to 12th. Blake Hewlett up 17. Then you have Frank Chavez and Brian Cook rounding out your HMS TV hard charger board. Akari King Wright's worked himself up to 3rd right now. Keep an eye on this 12 truck, Akari King Wright. He's got race-winning speed for sure on that back bumper of Terrence Murphy. Three-car battle for the race lead. Willie Smith going to hold the bottom. Terrence Murphy wanted to try the top, but he's going to give up second because of it looks like. So the 12 of Akari King Wright going to pull up underneath the 5 of Terrence Murphy, and he has taken over the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Ryan McClurg lurking back there in the 4th spot, right there with him, and Fred Chase rounds out your top 5, and we got a good battle right here brewing between these 3. Actually making 5 trucks here battling for a few positions. You've got the 94, Fred Chase, trying to hold off Brian Matthews in the 28 and Michael Harrington in the 8. Harrington looking down low here. Can he get a run on this 28 machine? Hopping on board here, currently in the 6th position, door to door. Let's stay up front, though. Looks like a battle for the race lead has developed. Akari King Wright has figured something out up top here. Can he get a run on Willie Smith? Willie Smith hugging the bottom, defending the best he can. Remember, folks, tire wear here is going to be significant. So it's one thing to see who, oh, caution is out. I was going to say it's one thing to see who's fast early on, but it's all about saving, but it doesn't matter right now as Kevin Burns is junked. Let's see what, oh man, Kevin Burns. Oh, the 2 involved, the 62 involved, oh gosh. The 34 smokes him, and it looks like another car involved there as well. So let's rewind this one more time here. Take a look what happened. Who is at fault? Stop it here. Let's go up to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. Take a look. Keep an eye on the 99 of Burns right here on your screen. He just bumps the 2 there at a bad spot. There's a truck down there, 2 gets into him, clips the 99 of Burns. Nowhere for the 62 to go, so he's junked. 34 involved in that red truck there. I can't tell who that was. Also involved. So a handful of trucks. Looks like we're going to rack them up. Try it again. Who's going to head down pit road? It's going to be interesting to see how these pit stops work out. Oh, Akari King Wright goes down pit road. Man, you know, if I'm out there, I'm saving this set of tires. It's so early in this race. I would not want to pit right now. I think the right call was to stay out there, but we're going to find out how this plays out. We're going to take a quick break. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Larry McReynolds, quick message.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Let's fly back to that seat real quick. Give those thumbs a real quick tug. Double check your steering wheel. Roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, and it's time. Being it up, being 2:30 right here on
And we're back here at the Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas 180 here at Texas Motor Speedway with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We are lined up, ready to roll. Going to be interesting, folks. You're going to see some guys out there on some fresh tires and some guys out front on the older tires. So you're going to see varying speeds for sure. As the pace car heads in, it's going to be Willie Smith on the inside, Terrence Murphy on the outside. These fans are pumped. They're up. They're on their feet, off their seats. Green flag back in the air. Not a good jump there from the 3 of Willie Smith. He's going to give up the race lead for the first time. Terrence Murphy takes over the top spot. Caution is out there. Junked it. Blake Hewlett involved and many others, it looks like. Oh, we had a checkup. Big checkup there. Guys tried to slam their brakes. Well, when there's 40 cars behind you, usually doesn't end well on a restart. So let's see where this initiates here, folks, with the caution being out. Trying to find out who is involved. Dan Adams involved here. Let's just take a look at Dan Adams here. So the checkup's well in front of him. It looks like those two up there get involved. Everybody slams their brakes, nowhere to go, and just a big old pile up. That's racing sometimes, folks. It happens. But Terrence Murphy able to take over the race lead there on the restart. So we're going to rack them up, try it again. Willie Smith in second, Nolan McClurg third, followed by Fred Chase, and then Michael Harrington rounding out your top 5. So, folks, hey, we may as well take another quick break. We'll be right back. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Again, drop a comment in the chat. Let us know who you pulling for. What's going to happen? What do you think of so far? And we return back here to the Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas 180. Here with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Willie Smith in second. We are bunched up, ready to get back going. This is our third caution of the night already. These guys kind of struggling to get going here tonight at Texas. Trying to get every inch they can here early on in these runs. But we've got Donnie Jenkins out here in the chat. Shelby Guerrero, Juba, Connor Gerard, all kinds of fans tuned in here. They're pumped up, ready for some Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League action. But you're going to see the pace car head in, take the hard left down pit road. Field is set. Fans are pumped up. We are ready to roll at Texas Motor Speedway. Caution number 3 is over. Green flag back in the air. What a jump there from Terrence Murphy, your race leader. He's able to hold on with ease out front. Meanwhile, battle for second here happening with Ryan McClurg taking over that second spot. So Willie Smith drops all the way back to fourth now with Fred Chase looking to get around him. A bad restart there from Willie Smith. A few laps ago, he was your race leader. Willie's fallen all the way back to fourth here. Let's see if he can get this truck back going. Still a long way to go. Lap number 28 this next time around out of 120. So we're just getting started here tonight, folks. Let's look around the pack a little bit here as these two continue to battle for third between Chase and Smith. We've got Michael Weaver in the 19th position. He was just involved in an incident not long ago on his outside, the 33. he was also involved in that incident earlier. I think he's a lap down at this point, but nonetheless, Adam Hoagland in the 16th position out of McChesney Park. If anybody knows where that is, that would be great to know. You know, if these guys would put their state in their bio, that would be wonderful, because nobody tuned in has a clue where McChesney Park is. Oh, look out, 78 sideways. Is he able to save it? No, he's not. Jump. Oh, goodness. The 78 of Jason Rushing is junk. See what happened. Sure if he had some help there or just lost it off the corner. I think he just lost it. Yeah, it looks like he's just losing it here. Take a look. Well, here's Jason Rushing. It's a little sideways right there. This tire wear is no joke here at Texas. 91 tries to check up. He taps him. Able to get around him. The 11 just absolutely gets annihilated. The 07 comes down, smokes the 95. 78 almost hits the 9, but he's able to keep it rolling. So a few more trucks involved. This is caution number 4 on the night, folks. Texas Motor Speedway is not being very friendly to these racers here tonight, as Terrence Murphy is your race leader. We're going to jump on over back to another Hutchinson Motorsports TV break, folks. We'll be right back. And we're back here at Texas, folks. Hey, the good news here is we got some short cautions here, at least around this track. Looks like they don't mess around. We get straight back to rolling, but we're going to be into lap number 33 out of 120, already at caution number 4 with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. You know, folks, to be fair, this is really the first race we've had like this season. You know, every race has been honestly super clean and quick. Every once in a while, you're going to get races like this, especially at Texas. Looks like it's naturally loose out there here tonight with the tire wear. But the pace car is heading in. It's going to be Terrence Murphy on the inside. Nolan McClurg on the outside. We are ready to roll for the 5th time of the night. Green flag back in the air, Texas. Good jump there from Terrence Murphy out front. Let's jump around the field a little bit, see what's going on. Michael Weaver in the 18th spot. Are these guys junking it quite yet? No, looks like they're figuring it out here, playing a little bit friendly. While these guys rip it around here at Texas, we'll take a look at the Hutchinson Motorsports TV hard charger board, and my, oh my. Look at the guy in the top spot, Austin Guerrero. He has worked himself up to 6th. Started in last. He's up 30 positions. Austin Guerrero out of Lima, Ohio. You know, rumor has it in the chat, Lima, Ohio, that place is a dump. That's just what I heard, all right? I haven't been through there, but I've heard it's a dump. And I might just have to look up some information on that place. Maybe I'll do that right now, folks. We're watching these guys rip it around. Here at Texas Motor Speedway, the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180. Here with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Terrence Murphy still your race leader out front. Looks like we've got a bit of a battle brewing between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. McClurg in 2nd with Chase taking over 3rd and Willie Smith in 4th. Door-to-door battle. Willie Smith looking to get back up to the front. He had the lead early on. Willie lost it, and he is sick of not running in that race lead. Willie Smith wants it back. Meanwhile, in the 10th position, Josh Westendorf, Detroit Lions on the truck. Out of Greenville, South Carolina. So, wow, he's in South Carolina, but he's a Lions fan. Now, folks, do you think Josh was a Lions fan before they were good? I don't know. I don't know Josh very well, but I'm going to kind of question that one. You be the judge in the chat, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was a diehard back when they were winning 2 games a year. There's no telling. But Josh Westendorf with a good run so far in that 10th position here tonight. John Sheen in the 1 truck. Boy, Sheen was involved in some drama in the last week or 2. I believe he was a couple laps down, maybe got involved in an incident, if I can remember right. Who knows, though, folks? We got so many leagues going on here. We're currently at 7 leagues every week. We have 2 on Wednesdays. And then every other night except Friday, we've got another league. So just back to back to back. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Nobody does more racing than we do, folks. That's just a fact. You watch these guys online, they're live, you know, maybe a couple times a week. Well, right here, folks, 7 times a week. World's #1 streaming service for a reason. Brad Lawrence back here in the 18th position with the Team Texas number 18 machine. Let's hop on board with that Team Texas truck. As Veterans Creed Outdoors on the truck. Good-looking truck, looking to find some speed here tonight. Got a big battle here, trying to take them 3 wide. Going back out front, looks like a battle for the race lead is developing. Terrence Murphy holds on for now, but here comes Willie Smith. You can only hold him down so long. Willie Smith takes back the race lead once again. Meanwhile, got some battles in the back. Look out, the 78 of Russian almost gets into the 14 of Kean Fry. Kean Fry out of Jasper, Missouri, trying to keep this truck straight. Tell you what, just a loose truck out here tonight. These guys are struggling to keep this thing pointed in the right direction. Looks like tire fall off is at about a 2nd at the moment. So since the start of this race, they've lost about a 2nd a lap. Not too bad quite yet here for 42 laps, but you got to remember a big chunk of that was under caution. So Willie Smith is your race leader. Terrence Murphy with a run on that outside line. Murphy wants to get back to that back bumper. Your race leader, and he's going to do so. Single file top 4, bumper to bumper, lap number 43 out of 120 here tonight in the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180 here with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We got some hard battling out front. The 43 just absolutely annihilates the wall. That's your pole sitter tonight, Ryan McClure. Meanwhile, take a look at this guy. Chris Mackey has worked himself through the field. He's definitely one of your hard chargers. Well, maybe not. He's up 11 positions, so he would be 6th on the hard charger board, but there's only 5 positions. So Chris Mackey with a good run so far, trying to take over the 8th spot. Let's pull up your HMS TV quick time board. Brian Matthews in the 23rd position has the fastest lap of the session so far. 29.70 for Brian Matthews. Fred Chase has the second fastest lap, followed by Willie Smith, Ryan McClurg, and Michael Weaver. Battle for second continues side by side. Terrence Murphy on the outside, Michael Harrington on the inside in that number 8 truck. Let's hop on board with Michael Harrington, see what he's got up his sleeve to find a way around Terrence Murphy. Shelby Guerrero pulling for the 45 truck here tonight. Guerrero up to the 4th position. What a night for him. After starting dead last, he is up to 4th. Austin Guerrero might be able to find a way to win this race as Harrington is trying to make a move on Murphy for second. As they're single file, let's drop back a little bit in the field here, try to find a battle. Looks like Kevin Burns has worked himself back up to the 11th position after being minorly involved in an incident earlier. The Jamestown, New York native Kevin Burns knocking on the door of a top 10 run here. Brian Cook back here in the 19th position out of Unionville, North Carolina. Right there, smack dab in the middle of the pack, Brian Cook keeping that thing rolling. But we got hard racing back here, folks. These guys trying to go 3 wide for 23rd. John Stapleton in the 56 truck there on the bottom has Growmasters on the truck. That is a beautiful looking paint scheme from John Stapleton out of Muskegon, Michigan. Oh, Westendorf hard into the wall here. He is off pace. Not sure what exactly happened. We're still green, by the way. Let's see what happened. I think he just... Oh, uh-oh. Okay, hang on. Here it is. So the 51 truck behind him, looks like Westendorf gets loose off the corner here, or hard into the wall, gets a little loose after that, gets bumped there by the 51. He's got significant damage, way off pace. So we're still clean and green. Looks like green flag pit stops have started. Looks like your race leaders down pit road, actually. Willie Smith, Michael Harrington, Terrence Murphy, John Stapleton, Westendorf Linger, and Brian Cook all down pit road. So that makes Akari King Wright your race leader. We saw him pit under the 2nd or 3rd, I don't know, maybe the 4th caution. An earlier caution he pit, which I was honestly a questionable call, in my opinion, burning a set of tires. So he's really going to have to stretch this set of tires out as far as he can. Meanwhile, Chris Mackey up to the 2nd position. With Kevin Burns up to 3rd. Again, we're in the middle of a green flag pit cycle. Jumping around the track. Akari King right out front by 2.5 seconds now. Take a look at Frank Chavez in the 6th position. How about this 34 truck, though? Adam Hogland. That is a good-looking Gatorade throwback paint scheme. Definitely digging that one here tonight. Caution is out. Oh, that's bad for the guys that just pit. They're going to be pinned a lap down. Let's see what happened. Terrence Murphy involved. Oh, Murphy's leaving pit road, sloops it around, brings out the caution. That is not what Murphy wanted to do because now he's probably pinned a lap down. But boy, that's perfect timing for your race leader, Akari King, right? Looks like 19 cars on the lead lap I've got. So we're going to see how this plays out here, folks, once these guys head down pit road and people get the wave arounds, and let's see what happens. So we're going to take a quick break, though. Be sure to click the like button on the video for us. We'd appreciate that greatly. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the calendar year. Definitely would appreciate that. But Larry McReynolds has a quick message for you. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back for the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at the Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas 180 here with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Out front, we've got Jason Rushing and Kevin Burns on an alternate pit strategy. Taking a look here, folks. Looks like they pit Rushing pit 24 laps ago, so he's the only one that stayed out there. So Jason Rushing stayed out there, which is bad news for a lot of guys because they were pinned a lap down. They don't get the wave around because Jason Rushing stayed out. So you're going to have Rushing out there on the old tires, and we got some fast trucks pinned a lap down as the pace car is in. We'll take a look at that here shortly. Field is set. Rushing on the inside, Burns on the outside. Green flag back in the air here at Texas. Good jump there from Jason Rushing out of Fairview, North Carolina. He is your race leader here. But folks, looking at the board, you got Michael Harrington, Austin Guerrero. Both are pinned a lap down now. You know, they pit under green. Oh gosh, we got somebody junking it on the infield wall. He just got smoked again. Wayne Graves. We're still green, by the way. Let's see what happened. Here it is. So Graves gets a little loose coming off the corner, goes down to the apron, gets in the wall, gets it straightened out, and then wham! Westendorf says, "You're junk." So the green's still out here. Let's jump back up towards the front. Kevin Burns trying to hold on to the 4th position with the 48 truck looking to his outside. There was some talk in the chat wondering if Burns got tires. You know, at this pace I'm seeing with Burns, I don't think he did. He could have, though. Maybe he did a fuel-only stop, but I doubt he used his last set of tires, though, here on lap number, 55 or so whenever they pit. So my guess is he did not burn his last set of tires, but I could be wrong. And just by looking at the pace of him, there's no way he got tires. I think he's out there on the old tires, went with the fuel-only stop. So Kevin Burns, saving that set of tires, probably the right thing to do. So he continues to fall through the field, which is fine. Plenty of time to go here. Heading into lap number 59 out of 120. We're about halfway done here tonight in the Veterans Creed Outdoors. Team Texas 180. Chris Mackey has worked himself up into that 2nd position. We got a 3-wide battle back here, though, folks. Let's take a look. We got Frank Chavez ripping the top here. He's going to concede a couple spots there to the 78 and the 5. Keep an eye on this 18 truck, Brad Lawrence. That is a good-looking truck. Has Veterans Creed Outdoors on the hood. He is in the 14th position. Well, again, an unfortunate break there for many of those guys right after that green flag pit cycle started. We had the caution come out. That pinned some good trucks a lap down. So they're going to have to work themselves up and hope for some more cautions. So Akari King Wright is your race leader, but not for long as Chris Mackey gets around him. So that's going to put Mackey as your race leader. King Wright in 2nd, Blevins 3rd, followed by Hogland and McCurdy rounding out your top 5 as they battle for 4th. So there's Justin McCurdy out of Ada, Oklahoma, taking over that 4th position. Kean Fry back here in the 9th spot out of Jasper, Missouri. Looks like Terrence Murphy working through the field. You know, we saw him bring out that caution after the green flag pit stop. So he's working back up through the field. Take a look. We got a 3-wide battle back here. Trying to see where this is. The 43 with the 1 and the 94 of Fred Chase there. Trying to find where he is. Boy, Fred Chase was pinned a lap down on that pit cycle, and he is back in the 32nd position. Not good news for Fred Chase. We're over halfway done with this race here. Fred Chase pinned a lap down in the back of the field. Might be in trouble for that 94 truck. Came into the race in 2nd in points. Let's pull up your point standings one more time. Willie Smith, your points leader. Fred Chase came in 2nd. And King Wright, Cook, and Rushing, then Cook, rounding out your top 5 there in the points. That's heading into tonight. Not counting any points tonight, obviously. But Kevin Burns continues to fall back in the field into the 15th position with those old tires. But Akari King Wright still hanging right there with Chris Mackey. Mackey in your race lead, but here comes King Wright to the bottom to take it back. So Akari King Wright takes back the race lead in the Luminary number 12 machine as Chris Mackey's trying to hang right there with him. These two continue to battle with Stephen Blevins in that third spot. As Hogland takes back the 4th position. So Hogland up to 4th. 5th for now is McCurdy, but here comes Brian Matthews looking to the inside for the 5th position. As we look through the field, see what else is going on. Willie Smith has worked himself back up to 13th after an unfortunate incident earlier. Willie Smith slowly but surely getting himself back up towards the front. Meanwhile, the 62 of Jonathan Dominics rounds out your top 10. He is a fellow, he is one of the Canadians in the field in that number 62 machine. He is your best running Canadian. Actually, he's the only Canadian in the field tonight. So he's trying to represent his country strong. Jonathan Dominics sitting in 10th. As always, though, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Be sure, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Larry McReynolds has a quick message from you, and we're going to take just a short break. We've got a message to share with you. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Growmasters. The highlight is 30 different vitamins and minerals and an all-natural organic dewormer, which promotes gut health. When any animal is not fighting parasites and worms, they feel better, eat more, and they grow more, antlers included. Mention Average Joe's Sim Racing League when placing an order for 2 40-pound buckets, and you will receive a free hat. This is an exclusive offer for Average Joe Sim Racers, family, friends, and viewers.
And we're back here from break in the Veterans Creed Outdoors 180. Adam Hogland sitting in the 4th position. Been definitely an interesting race so far here. Had a string of early cautions. We're into lap number 71 this time around. So just 50 laps remain here tonight. Akari King Wright, your race leader. Stephen Blevins has worked up into 2nd. Chris Mackey 3rd, followed by Hogland, Matthews, McCurdy, Hall, Fry, Dominics, and Hewlett rounds out your top 10. Let's pull up your hard Chargers board. Adam Hogland on the top of that board, 28 positions gained here tonight. We saw Austin Guerrero made significant gains, but he just got pinned down a lap down. He got pinned a lap down not too long ago. So Austin Guerrero, he's hoping for some more cautions to come out. Just 18 trucks on the lead lap after the caution came out right in the middle of green flag pit stops. Akari King Wright has to like his chances here tonight. As the honestly, a lot of his competition, they were kind of screwed over by that pit stop, I guess you'd say. We're going to pull up the last 5 laps leaderboard. So this is we take a look at the last 5 laps and we average them for everybody on the track. Willie Smith's the fastest truck on the track. He's in the 13th position, averaging a 30.51 in these last 5 laps. Justin Day 2nd, followed by Harrington, King Wright, and Blevins, your top 5 there. So always some interesting stuff there. Then we got our laps led board right here. Willie Smith has led 30 laps here tonight. Kari King Wright's led 18. Terrence Murphy 18. Then we have Mackey with 4 and Rushing also led 4. Taking a look at Brian Matthews in that 28 Reese's Pieces machine, sitting in the 5th spot out of Winter Garden, Florida. Let's see what else is going on. We know in the chat we've got some Kevin Burns fans. Burns in the 15th position out of Jamestown, New York. Again, he's out there on the old tires. Save that set of tires, probably the right call, but we're going to see, you know, when are these guys going to head down pit road for that final pit stop? Fred Chase pinned a lap down in the 32nd position. Unfortunate turn of events for him. He had a good truck. It's like Jason Rushing heading down pit road. He was the only one that stayed out during the last caution. He kind of made a gamble there, and it didn't pay off, so has to pit under green here. Going to see how this plays out for Rushing as he's going to go down over a lap for sure. Meanwhile, you see Austin Guerrero working through the field, but unfortunate for him, he is a lap down, so it doesn't really matter. He basically just has to get a caution or two. He's probably racing for the lucky dog position. Trying to find him here, folks. Austin Guerrero, he is in 18th. He would get the lucky dog right now. Oh, no, he wouldn't. Harrington's actually ahead of him. So Michael Harrington's up here in the 17th position. So keep an eye on this battle here, folks. You see Harrington right here on the track. He's a lap down in 17th. Then behind him, Guerrero, quite a bit back. He is way back here trying to get up to him. That's going to definitely be an important battle. Want to get that lucky dog as he's taking these guys 3 wide. You hate racing that way when you're a lap car, but Austin Guerrero really needs to be able to get to that lucky dog position. Oh, when he gets doored there by the 28. He is struggling to get around these guys. They're racing hard. You know, a lot of guys, they say, why is this lap car racing me like this? Well, again, you know, he's got his race on the line. Has to find a way to get up to Harrington. He just pinned down to that bottom, taking him back 3 wide. Looks like Guerrero's a little bit better than the trucks around him, just struggling to find a way around. Meanwhile, Justin McCurdy is in the 7th position. He's one of the cars battling Guerrero. Go back out to your race leader, Akari King Wright. He is out front by over 2 seconds. Chris Mackey in 2nd with Stephen Blevins 3rd. And there's Jason Rushing off of pit road. So he's got the fresh tires. You're going to see that 78 truck probably take off here, unlap himself. He's probably 2 laps down at this point. So here's Michael Harrington trying to stay ahead of Guerrero because we think eventually, you know, that caution's probably going to fly, especially the turn of events we've had so far. So Harrington's just kind of sitting and waiting. If you're in that 8 truck, you're definitely going to stay out there as long as you can, basically until you're out of fuel. Hope for that caution before you head down pit road for the final time. So your race leader, Akari King Wright, getting around some lap traffic here in lap number 82 in the Veterans Creed Outdoors. Team Texas 180 here tonight. Texas Motor Speedway, we are in the Craftsman Trucks here with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Thursday night action right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Willie Smith has worked himself up to the 7th position. He led a lot of laps early on, was involved in a little bit of an incident, has worked himself back up front. Meanwhile, Brian Matthews still duking it out there with the lap car Austin Guerrero, who again is trying to run down that 8 truck for that lucky dog position. Then we have Adam Hogland in that 5th spot right in front of him. Douglas Ivy in the chat. Yeah, hey Douglas, we really like that screenshot you posted, so we use it as the thumbnail. Wanted to have you on there getting jumped. Definitely was a good picture, though. We definitely appreciate that, and shout out to all the people who do take the race picks. You know, hopefully after tonight, some people in the session will elect to do that, because that helps us out, because that's what we use to make our thumbnails. If we don't have any race picks, we got to use AI stuff, and that just looks terrible, honestly. So the more pictures, the better. You're looking at Justin McCurdy in the 8th position. Good top 10 run so far for McCurdy's. We're still clean and green. I tell you what, we had an early spell of yellows. It seemed like it was just caution after caution. Well, we've been green now for quite some time. Akari King right out front by 2 seconds. When are these guys going to come down pit road? It's like McCurdy's having a little bit of some connection issues going on. He's blinking all over the place in that 48 truck. Hard into the wall goes the Gatorade truck. Oh, look out. I thought Murphy was going to smoke him. That was close. Terrence Murphy able to avoid that 34 Gatorade truck. Adam Hogland, he is off pace right now. Definitely has some damage. So here in lap 87 out of 120, are we going to stay clean and green, or are these guys going to junk it? Looks like Terrence Murphy is off pace. Murphy's already a lap down, and it looks like his race is basically over. Boy, that's unfortunate to see. Terrence Murphy was one of the favorites early on in this race. It's pinned a lap down with the green flag pit cycle. And now he is stuck way back there. He's going to need multiple cautions to have a shot to salvage this race. We got a 3-wide battle right here. Willie Smith up to the 5th position as he works around the 28 truck. Willie Smith has worked all the way back into the top 5. Good to see Willie back out there. He was your points leader coming into this race, wanting to hang on to that title. Take a look at the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas number 18 truck of Brad Lawrence out of La Verna, Texas. Sitting in the 13th position. Good looking truck. Look at this thing. Might be one of the best ones in the field tonight, folks. Brad puts a lot of work into them paint schemes, and it's paying off here tonight as Akari King Wright continues to lead. 30 laps remain here in the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180. Boy, just a total turn of events here tonight, folks. Again, early on, it looked like we weren't going to make it 5 laps under green. Well, now we've been green for, I don't know, what, 50 laps or so? Let's pull up the HMS TV pit strategy board. It's been almost 40 laps of green flag action, it looks like. So when are these leaders going to head down pit road? If you're Chris Mackey in 2nd, you know, I'm thinking of maybe short pitting a little bit. Because, I mean, you're 2.3 seconds behind. You're not going to beat King Wright on speed, it seems like. So definitely need to do an alternate strategy if you want to maybe snag a win with 30 laps remaining. But, again, it is it's a high-risk move because a caution could come out anytime, and then you are pinned a lap down. Sometimes you got to make the tough call. So we're going to see what these guys elect to do. Looks like some guys headed down pit road. Justin McCurdy, Frank Chavez, Adam Hogland, and Blake Hewlett all down pit road. Douglas Ivy says he's going to be back next week with the Growmaster scheme. Good to see the Growmaster scheme out there. We got Shelby Guerrero still pulling for the 45. Austin Guerrero's going to need some help. He was pinned a lap down, and it looks like he's going to have to pit soon. So really his best hope, just stay out there until you're out of fuel, basically. Hope for that late caution. Kevin Burns down pit road. Chris Mackey making the call to come down pit road. I like this call from Mackey. Try it out. You know, he was 2.3 seconds behind. Looks like tire fall off for your race leader. Currently 2 seconds. His best lap of the session was a 29.8. Well, his last lap was a 31.8. So exactly 2 seconds of fall off. So Akari King, right, is he going to head down pit road? Looks like so. So it looks like he's only going to lose a lap to Mackey on the pit strategy call. Good call from Akari to head down the following lap. If you stay out there a few laps, after the cycle's over, you're going to lose that race lead. It looks like Willie Smith down pit road, Jonathan Dominics, Kean Fry down there as well. Brad Lawrence going to jump down pit road. Here comes Jeffrey Petty as well. So really the next car is going to be Chris Mackey. Can he make it around before Akari King Wright gets off of pit road? That's really the question here right now, folks. .26 laps remain. Chris Mackey trying to get around the track before Akari King Wright gets out of pit road, and he just has left. Let's see how big of a lead he can hold on to after he gets going. You know, this is a tricky apron here. We already saw one guy spin out while leaving. You really can't get on the gas till about right now. Now you get up to full throttle. Akari King Wright, your race leader, looks like he's going to hold on to that lead and not really lose much time. Looks like Mackey, you know, he went down pit road at about 2.3 seconds behind. Gained about, I don't know, what do you think, a second? It looks like he gained about a second on the one lap earlier pit stop. So helped him out a little bit, but it wasn't enough as Akari King Wright went down pit road the following lap. So 25 laps remain. These guys are good to go the rest of the way on fuel and tires. It's going to be interesting, you know, are any of these guys holding on to a set of tires maybe? Maybe they just been running on junk tires all night long, and if a caution comes out, maybe they can slap them on and have a big advantage. Who knows? So King Wright out front, Mackey in second, Michael Weaver into the third spot with Blevins in fourth, and McCurdy rounds out your top five with Willie Smith behind him in sixth. Connor Gerard in the chat says these drivers need something to happen for somebody else to win. Yeah, it kind of seems like this is King Wright's race to win, but for now, Mackey is actually reeling him in a bit. Akari King Wright struggled to get around a couple of lap cars, gave up some more ground, so race lead down to half a second, but Mackey has a couple lap cars to work around. But folks, we got 23 laps left to go. We're going to take our final break of the night, hopefully, unless we get some late cautions. You never know what's going to happen. We'll be right back here, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. You're not going to miss a lap. We're going HMS TV side by side.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at the Veterans Creed Outdoors. Team Texas 180 here, 18 laps left to go at Texas Motor Speedway with the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Justin McCurdy cruising in the 5th position in that number 48 truck with Akari King Wright, your race leader, trying to hold off Chris Mackey. Boy, Mackey is right there with him. Can he make a move on King Wright? Let's hop on board. 17 laps left to go. We got a lap truck there holding up the leader a bit. On board with your second place truck, Chris Mackey. Can he take advantage of these lap cars in front of your leader? Looks like nothing brewing for now. And again, these lap cars, they're not going to give, a free pass to him because Harrington wants to stay on that lead lap in case the caution comes out, but it looks like he's going to get past, unfortunately. What's going to make Michael Harrington the first car a lap down, so if a caution comes out, he would be your lucky dog, obviously. Austin Guerrero, pretty far back. He's the next car a lap down in 16. But again, Harrington not giving up any ground there to the 12. He's going to have to concede the spot. Let's see if Chris Mackey can work around Harrington quickly. Meanwhile, don't look now. Willie Smith has worked up to the 3rd position, folks. He's pretty far back, 6.6 seconds behind the race leader. But if we get a late caution, Willie Smith, he's going to have a real shot at winning this race. We know he's one of the better trucks. And right behind him, Steven Blevins in the number 51 machine, sitting in the 4th spot out of Linden, Virginia. Again, McCurdy in 5th. Then Dallas Hall, solid night for him so far. He's sitting in the 6th spot as Jonathan Dominic's working around him in a battle for 6th. These guys starting to run out of time. Akari King right out front by about half a second, maybe a little less. Coming up on some more lap traffic. Let's see if he can work around this lap traffic quickly. It makes a big difference when a truck's already a lap down. They're not really going to battle the race leader. But if you're trying to put them one lap down, they're going to battle you out as hard as they can because they want to stay on that lead lap. So Chris Mackey trying to make up some time through some lap traffic, not really catching many breaks. He's actually losing some ground at the moment. And King Wright's going to get around the 56 here, put him another lap down. Chris Mackey out of Ackworth, Georgia in that 2nd spot, trying to find a way to get back to the bumper of Akari King Wright. Going to be 10 laps left to go in the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League here tonight at Texas. Fun race so far. Again, earlier we had a handful of cautions back to back to back. Well, they figured it out, and we've been clean and green for some time now. Closest battle on the track right now looks to be like the 1 for 5th. Dallas Hall trying to find a way around the 62 of Jonathan Dominic's. Now McCurdy sticks his hat in the hand here, looking to take over that 6th position. McCurdy out of Ada, Oklahoma, going to make the pass. As they continue to battle side by side, let's check out your race leader out of Castro Valley, California. Chris Mackey still trying to get around some lap cars as Harrington's racing them hard. Again, Harrington wants to try to unlap himself naturally. Not cutting any brakes for Chris Mackey. And again, we have Willie Smith. He's pretty far back here behind your second place truck. So unless a caution happens, Willie Smith, he's going to have to hope for a third place run here tonight. Looks like we've got 14 trucks on the lead lap. Jeffrey Petty, the last truck on that lead lap here. Pulling up the pit strategy board. We know these guys are good to go on fuel the rest of the way. They only pit about 20 laps ago or so. We've been green for about 62 laps at this point. So again, early on, we couldn't make it, 5, 10 laps. Well, now you got a 62-lap green flag run after a bunch of guys got pinned a lap down during the green flag pit cycle. Folks, as we get to the nitty-gritty here to end this race here tonight in the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180, be sure before you head out, click that like button on the video for us. We've got 29 watching and only 5 likes. That doesn't add up, folks. Click that like button. More importantly, please subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds. Top right corner of your screen, log in if you're on a desktop. Click that login button. All you got to do is log in, click the subscribe button. Literally takes 2 seconds. Definitely would help us out. I think we're making a push for 1,000 subscribers. We're up to 31 watching right now at the moment. Let's jump around here, see what else we got going on the track here with just 5 laps remaining. Not too many battles, honestly. Again, we've been green for 60-plus laps. It kind of spaces out the field a bit. So Akari King Wright, he is your race leader by 2.3 seconds at this moment. 4 laps to go. I believe he won last week, if I'm not mistaken. Coming into this race, let's pull up your point standings one last time. So King Wright was 3rd in points. Willie Smith was your leader. Smith in the 3rd spot. So Akari's not going to gain too many spots there in points. But nonetheless, he should definitely jump over Fred Chase there for 2nd, I would guess. This would be his 2nd win of the season if he can bring it home here tonight. 3 laps to go. Couple more lap cars to work around, though, for your race leader, Akari King Wright, out of Castro Valley, California. The California kid, Akari King Wright, has a bit of a gap to work with, almost 3 seconds out front, so he doesn't need to press these lap cars. Just take it easy. Couple more laps left to go for him. Gets around 1. King Wright hoping this thing stays green, wants to get to that white flag because then we know no more cautions can come out. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. He's looking to take the white flag this time around. Let's hop on board with your race leader, Akari King Wright. Out of turn 4 through the tri-oval. White flag in the air in front of the sold-out crowd here in Texas. Akari King Wright is out front by 3.1 seconds. Needs to make it 1 more lap as he heads down the backstretch for the final time. Clear track ahead of him into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Looks like Brian Cook and John Sheen have just junked it, but out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Akari King Wright wins the Veteran Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180. Chris Mackey out of 4. He's going to cross the line, take home 2nd. Willie Smith back here, going to bring home 3rd. So there's your podium finish, folks. Let's see what happened on this last lap wreck between Brian Cook and Sheen. As Sheen was there on the outside, Brian Cook just kept coming up the track, and then wham, they junked it. So Willie Smith brings home a podium finish after some trouble earlier on. But Akari King Wright parks it in victory lane. Chris Mackey takes home 2nd. So we're going to watch Akari King Wright burn it down here, do some donuts for us, and we're going to get some interviews going here, folks. get these drivers lined up, ready to roll. All right, folks, getting these guys lined up here. Keep watching them burn it down, and we'll get these interviews coming up next. All right, folks, trying to get a hold of Willie Smith. So we're going to start out tonight with Chris Mackey. Let's get him in here. Chris, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, a good run for you. You were up front all night long. Bring home the second place finish behind Akari King, right? How'd the truck feel out there?
Man, it felt really good. I'm super glad to be back in Average Joe's. Ran a few races here first season and had some stuff come up and decided I finally had some stuff open up where I could come back, and for this to be my first race back and finish second. And Akari, my teammate, to win the race. Brian, my other teammate, nice top 10. So it was a overall solid night for the whole team. So glad to be here.
Absolutely. You know, that race definitely was a roller coaster of up and downs. You know, there for a while it seemed like we couldn't go a couple laps, and then we finish out the race with, I don't know, a 60, 70 lap green flag run.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we were able to get some green flag racing in there. It was nice, and I think that's where the difference between me and Akari kind of got separated. I felt like I was a little quicker than him on like a takeoff and on a short run, but after about 10 or 15 laps, his consistency and just able to walk away on the long run, you know, that's ultimately what did it. So it was nice to have the race play out in that fashion where the better truck over the long run actually got to, you know, show it and win the race. So congrats to Akari, man. That was a fun one.
Absolutely. And it has to feel even better. You know, you started all the way back in the 20th position. So not sure if you just had a bad out lap there on the qualifying run, but you're able to put it back up to second.
Yeah, man. Terrible qualifying. And it was really, I think I got loose coming out of 2. I'd set, I think the couple practice sessions we had, I was top 2 or 3 in every session as far as lap time, but you know, that's just one lap. So can't really judge off of that. And then qualifying, I go out and I got loose off of 2, and it really slowed me down. But and then I got to even add to that, I was in the lap 1 wreck and had to use my fast repair on lap 1. That's what I get for, you know, messing up my qualifying, I guess. But so it was nice to be able to battle back and not have any more incidents or anything the rest of the race, and get a nice finish with the team.
Absolutely. Well, hey, a successful return here to the Average Joe's Sim Racing League put on by Growmasters for you. Before you head out, though, you got any shout-outs or anything for the fans at home?
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to 20X Motorsports. That's Akari, Brian Matthews, great teammate. Shout out to Average Joe's for putting on an awesome league. And then if anyone listening is living in the Georgia area and ever needs a roof, give me a call. I'm the owner of Chop House Restorations. We can come out and get you a brand new roof to get you taken care of. So that's about it. And then you, Blake, thank you for putting on the broadcast that you do, man.
Hey, I definitely appreciate it. Well, hey, good job again. Congratulations on your second place finish here tonight in the Veterans Creed Outdoors Team Texas 180.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Chris Mackey, your second place finisher here tonight. We've got Willie Smith available, your third place finisher, and he was your points leader heading in. So let's get him in here. Willie, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Blake. You doing all right, brother?
Hey, I'm doing great. You know, it's definitely an eventful race for you. You know, you led some laps early on. You went to the back. You came back up front. You're able to salvage a podium finish, though, here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I you know, thank y'all for putting the broadcast on. You know, enjoy racing with us. Bunch of a group of guys. They're great. It's just like I told you last week. Every single time I pit, there's a caution comes out. Because I'm pretty sure I got the lucky dog last week too, and had to drive back to the front.
Yeah, the cautions
just-
definitely aren't working out for you. But I do know, heading into this race, you had a 27-point lead. You were the points leader heading in, so I assume you're going to hold on to that title. Looks like Akari King, right? He was 47 points back, so he should still be behind you after this one.
Yeah, he should be. Like I said, I'm just trying to maintain good finishes, good clean races, and trying to get into to the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, hey, again, another good podium run for you here tonight. That's really about all I got for you. Got any shout-outs or anything before you head out for the fans at home?
I sure do. I want to thank Growmasters for being the sponsor of the league. Congratulations to Akari, and we'll load them up and head to. Want to shout out my wife and kids and my grandpa watching, and we'll load them up, take them back, and be ready for Watkins Glen.
Yeah, and last question, I guess I will ask: how are you feeling about your chances there at Watkins Glen?
Pretty good, because in season 1, I know there are 2 different vehicles. The next gen, it was me and my teammate that finished. We was the only 2 on the lead lap, and for season 1, and feeling very confident.
All right, well, hey, that's half the battle for
Watkins
sure.
Glen. Yep, for sure, brother.
All right, well, hey, congratulations on another podium finish here tonight. You're going to hold on to that points lead at least for another week.
I appreciate you. Thanks to all the fans that turned in and watched. Hope we put on a good show for y'all.
Yes, sir. All right, Willie, congratulations.
Thank you.
Willie Smith, your third place finisher. Always a good guy to talk with. He's going to hold on to that points lead. But, folks, it is time to get the star of the show out here tonight. Akari Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Texas, baby.
Hey, well done out there. You're able to pull it off. The yellow comes out at an opportune time for you and able to capitalize and hold on to the race lead.
Yeah, shoot, man. We've been getting lucky with these yellows. Willie, and I would say Willie Smith as the only person I know that I race a lot around, because we have the same speed. He is always getting caught up in these yellows, but it's more of luck. It's sometimes you get bad luck, sometimes you get good luck, and we've just been on the good luck side.
Yep. Yeah, the luck definitely helps, but, I mean, you also have that speed as well. You're able to park it in victory lane again. Coming into this race, you were sitting in third in points, 47 behind Willie Smith. You're still going to be behind Willie, but it looks like you're going to be able to jump up to second after you're showing here tonight.
That's amazing. It's always a race to Willie Smith in these series.
Yeah, and next week, I was talking to Willie. He's feeling confident about his chances at Watkins Glen. How are you feeling about your road racing chances there next week?
I'm not a road racer. I will be the first to admit it. These 1.5s, I love. They're my bread and butter. As you saw, we should have won Homestead, but it was just came up short. And then last week we won, and this week we won. So I mean, I'm just showing how top 5 at the 1.5s is going to work, and it works for me. Probably top 20 at Watkins Glen. I'll give myself that much credit.
All right. Well, hey, we wish you the best of luck next week. But before you head out, you got any shout-outs or anything for our fans watching at home here?
Yeah, I want to say welcome back to the league to my teammate Chris Mackey there. We were racing on the same pit strategy. That caution came out. We had decided to pit on, I believe, the second caution of the race, and everybody else stayed out, which gave us 40 laps, while everybody else was on 20 laps of fuel. And that caution just came out at an opportune time, and we were gonna go long anyway. We still had like 20-30 laps of fuel left, but when that caution came out, we were like, perfect time to take tires, perfect time to take fuel and run it. So good. Thank you to my teammate, and congratulations on his second place for coming back, first race back into the league. Thank you for everybody watching this 12 truck and the team. The pit crew, the owners, Luminary Concept, everybody that puts into the shop and into this car. A girlfriend at home watching, always supporting. She's already texted me before the race even finished. Good luck, or good win. So thanks to everybody that makes this possible. Growmasters, everybody. You guys doing the broadcast every week.
Absolutely. Well, hey, again, congratulations on your second win of the season. Definitely gives you some momentum heading on throughout the rest of this early stretch of the year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's keep the good luck rolling.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Akari King Wright, parking it in victory lane. Believe he won last week too, but his second win of the year has to feel pretty good about his chances in the points. But folks, one more shout out to tonight's race sponsor, Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas. Check them out on Facebook, folks. You can search them. Just type in Veterans Creed Outdoors, Team Texas. You'll find them. I think they have about 5.8 thousand followers, so you'll definitely see them. They'll pop right up for you. Give them a follow. Check that page out. Cool stuff they're doing. Definitely want to check them out. They are tonight's title sponsor for the race. And a big shout out, as always, to our league sponsor, Growmasters, here in the Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. You're going to want to check that out. Remember, if you order 2 buckets, you get a free hat. So all kinds of good stuff going on. These great sponsors with both the league and the series. We got Harpoon Designs on board with Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Head on over harpoondesigns.com. Paint start at just $25, and they look good. But, folks, that's going to round out things for us here tonight at Texas. We are finished. Be sure before you head out, though, please click that like button. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be back here next week at Watkins Glen with your Growmasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Tomorrow night, we're not going to go live. We're going to have our fun event, the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Dash for No Cash. So you can join our Discord if you want to check that out. It is in the description of the video. There's a link you can join. And then Saturday, we're going to be back with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. Sunday night, we're going to finish off the season with Motor City Racing IMSA-style action. That's going to be fun. We're going to be at Le Mans there. Then Monday, we're back with the the Wheels America Racing Cup Series with the Flim Dogs Racing League on Monday. Tuesday, going to have the Stars and Stripes Series. Wednesday, GLSR Mr. Radiator Trucks and the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. And then Thursday, we'll be right back here again. So, nonetheless, thanks again for tuning in. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh my goodness! Oh! The whole field is junk! It's a parking lot! They door slam each other! Checkered flag in the air! It's gonna be too close to call! Oh, he just got smoked! Oh my goodness! Turned! He got dumped in the IMSA racing! Caution is out. Oh! He's dead! Toward each other, Richter jumps in! Checkered flag in the air! Scott Richter wins it!
Thank you.